So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to look at creating tags. So you can do this without tags, but it's not recommended and it seems to be very unstructured. So we're going to do it the proper way. We're going to learn how to code properly. Well, make a website properly. So the first thing you need to do if you are going to follow this tutorial is you need to make a HTML folder. So obviously I'm not on the school website or the school intranet, so I can't really make one in the same way you would. So I'm going to just create one to go through the process. So I'm going to open up File Explorer. I'm just going to go to, I think I've got something on here. Let's just go to desktop. Let's go to Unit 3. Right, and I'm going to create a new folder called My Website. Like that. Okay, in here I'm going to store all my HTML files. So I'm going to show you how to create one. So same with Notepad++, you'll just go to File and New File. So I've done the same. I'm then going to go to File and Save As. So now I'm going to find my website and I'm going to call it index.html. So the reason we call it index.html is because if you're in the root directory, so it means if you're in your C drive, for example, the browser will look for a website that is called index.html, so then it knows that that is the first page. This is industry standard, and it means that wherever you go, this is the kind of thing they'll be looking for. So home.html doesn't really work anymore. Index is the one you need to use, and the reason we have to call it .html is because we have to tell it what language we're typing into. So for example, I could call this .php or I don't know .css, and they'd all be the same thing, well, different things, but they'd all know, the browser would know what to interpret the language as. So we're just going to click save. Okay, and then the first thing we need to do is we need to tell the program actually what language you're using. So in this case we're going to be using HTML. So we're going to go doc type. So this is a basic skeleton. Like that. So we're telling it where it is. So then we're going to end it. So this is where we define what the document type is going to be. Okay, so we go doctype.html and then we close it. It doesn't matter if you capitals or not. I'm just going to take them off because they intend to annoy me. And I'm going to just put these in lowercase. Okay. So this is telling the web browser the type of the document is HTML. So the next thing we're going to need is a head. So these are container tags. So it's a single tag. We only need one of them. And it just tells me what's going on. So in here I just want my title, like this, and this is the bit, remember, that's going to show at the top. So I'm going to call this my first HTML page. Okay, and I'm going to close it like that. Don't forget to do this bit, I always forget this. Okay, that means you've now closed it, that's fine. Okay, so in here, so that's the only thing you tend to put in there. We will link a style sheets in later, but for now we're just going to stick to this part. And I'm going to put my body tag in here, like that, and I'm going to end it there. Okay, so now it looks a little bit weird. Alright, so I just want to show you something really quickly. If I click on here, alright, can you see how it underlines? That means that it's a pair of tags, so it means they are related. Same with the body, and same with the HTML. Okay, so for the body, all I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to do the P tag, which is a paragraph. So it means you are writing paragraph text, and I'm going to put welcome to my first HTML website, and then you've got to close it again. Okay, and then above here we're just going to use a different tag, which is H1, which stands for header, and we are going to put this is my first HTML website, like that. So we're going to save it. Now, in order for us to be able to open that, mine's on Opera at the minute, we'll change that. I'm going to click on it, right click, and I'm going to put open with, and I'm going to open it with Google Chrome. Okay, so this is your website. So here, this bit here links to your title. Okay, so my first HTML web page, there you go. This here is your title, is your header, so that's your heading, so it's H1, so that's how it's a little bit bigger and a little bit bold. And this is your paragraph, so this here means that you have written your first paragraph. Okay, so that's the first little bit. So now we need to start looking at different options. So there is a table that we need to look at. There is also some CSS that we can use to make this look a little bit more interesting, but we're going to leave that for now and we'll come back to it in the next video. So I'll see you again in a second if you're watching this on a loop.